The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Basil Chapman.
Hi everyone, Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour on this 18th day of May. Fascinating. More than halfway through the month. And pleasure to be here Monday through Friday, noon till 1 p.m. 877-927-6648 is the number to call. Dow's up 17 at 24,731. S&P is down 3 at 27,16. Is that very faint? Let me just do that in real live time. So the E-mini is down 3 at 27.15. Made a peak C at 2741.75. Walking the 9-period moving average, keeps testing it, and that's at about 27.06. Rising that black moving average right there, 9-period moving average. And the MACD is still good. Stochastic still good at 85%. Is pulling back with the on-balance volume. Price is holding very nicely here. Without bad news, the tide is still rising. This is just my impression. We're getting close to some kind of at least a more, let's call it a deeper correction than we've had for a little while. That's my impression. But at the same time, there are just enough stocks to be able to maintain a slightly upward bias. Here we go. The Dow itself, it's had a whoopee day. It was down, it's up, it's down, but it's really in a very, look at this, 120-minute chart, peak G. This is just a trading range that has the lowercase h, and it's used a little too much time, because if it was a lowercase h, this bar right here, the bar that was at 4 o'clock, oh, how can that be 11:30? 4 o'clock? That is 4 o'clock. 1:30. Wait a minute, what's going on? This is a little unusual. This is a 120-minute chart. We've had 2 bars. Oh, that was early this morning, of course. So here we go. That should have taken out the low that was made on the 15th of 24,629. Instead, what's happened is we've tested at 24,639. That was yesterday. Now we're trying to bounce a little bit. So you've got the lowercase h that could perhaps go, and that's the pattern. This is so fascinating when you think about human nature and that how moods repeat. Moods, attitudes, thinking, patterns repeat. They are fractals. And they in smaller or larger frames. And here we are. Little arch formation. And now we're making a second arch formation. So we're making a lowercase, excuse me, lowercase h to a lowercase m. What's the difference? On this rally, the stochastic held much better. What's the negative? The MACD histogram is still very negative in the 120-minute chart. And what's really important about this is that being options expiration today, the opportunity to have a sudden push to the downside of maybe 80 to 100 points down or 80 to 100 points up, it's there. I think we used up a lot of that energy over the last couple of days. Now what we're looking at is more like a narrow range in this rectangle formation. So, give you the parameters. If by Monday the Dow is able to go to the 24,800s without taking out, say, the 24,630 area low, that'll be very important. If by Monday we're looking at 24,620 or lower, that'll say, hey, on the shorter term, expect a little more consolidation. However, because I've got a peak C, and I believe because the MACD and stochastic are so strong, this has to be considered a buy mode, meaning we should go to a D. My bias is still to be looking at the upside. Yes, we are long the Dow. We're long for about since when was that day? I think around about the 5th, May the 7th or 8th. So, yeah, nice to got a bit of a cushion. But most importantly, I am anticipating that it would have been B that really failed. And C says you usually go to a D, even though there's the arch formation. Why? Look at the lowercase h to a lowercase m that's happening, the template that we're using in the weekly chart. So I'm going to get rid of this just for a second. Let me go back and say ESM18. I know some people, especially on a Friday, like to get specific parameters. Parameters to watch is that there's support right here where we are at 27.16. What's between 27.16 and 27.15. If there is a slide in the next hour below 27.13.50, my thinking is that probably we're going to end the day rather weak. What's really important here is that I don't care what the reason is, if there's a sudden move to the upside and you're looking at 27.22.50, that's a lot. That's about another 7 points up from here. That would say, you know what? The bias really is to the upside. We've done our consolidating. We should rally into Monday. All right. We need to see the S&P, which at this particular point is down a little bit more than the Dow. The Dow is up 0.07. The S&P is down 0.15. It's down 4 at 27.16. What we're looking at is holding the 9-period exponential, moving average attached to, whoops. It touched it earlier on, and MACD is still strong. Stochastics at 84%. That's good. On balance, volumes pulling back, but relative strength in both of them is just okay. They're both about 50%. I prefer to see the relative strength at about 65% instead of. Let me tell you exactly where it is right now. It is at. Yeah, it's about 60. Maybe 59%. I'd like to see that 68% area. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this. Don't need it anymore. ESM18. I keep coming back to it just to mention there was a peak D. Yes, question about the peak D in the 120-minute chart at 27.32, round number high. That is an arch formation. Remember, I like to look at markets as either in V or cup formations, inverted V or uppercase A, or arch formations, and that's really what we see all the time, either going up or going down, depends on the time frame. So within the context that I'm looking at right now, the MACD and stochastic in the 120-minute chart are a little bit weak. It's going to take a lot to have a sudden move to the upside. If anything, maybe we'll break to the downside, being options expiration, and you know how they like to nudge. They like to see where things are going, then boop, they nudge and they get an extra whatever number of points it is. Okay. Within the S&P, the weekly chart has the same arch to a second arch formation, since lowercase h to a lowercase m. Monthly charts in both the Dow are still very good, and the S&P. The QQQs, this is going to be interesting. Down 44 cents, down 0.26%, down just about 1/4%. The biggest of the declines in percentage terms so far. It is on the 9-period exponential moving average. The MACD is very strong. Stochastic still good at 80%, not great but good. I'll talk about those parameters, and I'll also talk about SMHs because they were impacted by Applied Materials yesterday and Micron. I'll be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Canada.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary Power Law Vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Basil takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
We have such keen-eyed Chapman wavers out there. Just got a text to remind me to look at the trend gauge. Chapman wave trend gauge gave a high reading, and it says that there should be within 2 days. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work out, but it'll be great. Within 2 days, there should be a 9 to 11 point up move in the S&P futures, and that should impact positively the S&P and the Dow. And then you might start to see a little bit of a sell-off again, but in the meantime, there should be a pretty nice move to the upside. We'll see when that's going to happen. Okay, so and usually it's within. We've often seen it happen on the same day, but if it happens on the same day, invariably there's a follow-through up move after that. But normally we'd be looking for it, in this case, from Sunday night into Monday or Monday night into Tuesday. All right, we'll see. Days young. Okay. I had a bunch of questions, but first let me finish. The QQQ, the parameters to watch are 167.89 right now. A close below 166.50 would give a heads up to say that maybe you've already got a peak E in the daily chart of the QQQs, that the upside is going to be really, see strong resistance in the 169s to 170s. Yes, that's true, but I'm going to go into it in a little bit more detail in a moment, and you'll see why. The cup formation in the weekly chart suggests that there's a little bit more of a magnet in the 170 area, at least for the short term. Then the further away you get from it, the greater the chances are to go to the 164 level of the 9-period moving average support in the weekly chart. IWM, and of course IWM has been leading up and down and up and down, leading again up 44 cents, up 27.27 at 162.08. This is what I was talking about earlier when I said last week, was it this week? Yes, this week, when I spoke about the IWM bumping into resistance in the 159 to 160 area. Call it 161. It needed to go to the 161.75 to 162.28-ish area, because once it starts to get there, it's pushed away from the resistance level, the magnet of that previous twice hit, then now 3 times hit target on the upside, now we're looking at a breakout. And this weekly chart, if it closes anywhere above 162, today being Friday, not only does it improve the weekly chart with higher highs and higher lows, the MACD has crossed positive, stochastic is at 80% finally, and the monthly chart has just been going in this apex rising wedge formation towards the level that would be strong resistance in the 164.50 to 165.10 area over the next, well, going into June. Okay, very nice. Now we go to gold. Gold has had a tough week. Right now it's finally up. It's up $1.50 at $12.90. The reason why I think gold is near at least some kind of a bounce is because, let me just do silver as well. Gold is at $12.90. Silver, so gold is up 0.10%. Silver is down 0.28. And one of the reasons why I want you to look at silver is that if silver was up right now at 16.43, if it was up at 16.59 to 16.64-ish area, I'd say, wow, that confirms for me that there could be a bounce, but it might even be a stronger bounce than I was thinking next week. But wait a minute, if the dollar is still holding real well after breaking to an all-time, a recovery high, it's up 18 cents at 93.67 in leg D with my target of 94.22, just a little bit above. Basically what it's saying is that the technicals are so strong in the dollar index that there could be a pullback, but it might not be more than 1.5 points. That says that gold could bounce from $23 to $32 and maybe start to digest those gains. So we'll see what happens here. Meantime, as I say, dollar is up. USD JPY, I want you to go to the yen. This is the currency pair, US dollar and Japanese yen. In leg D, just like the Dow, and it says at 110.63, watch the 110.10 to 109.80-ish area for support early next week. And EUR USD, this is euro dollar currency pair, and the euro is trading at 1.178, trying its best to form a W formation in the MACD. A slightly positive divergence in the stochastic. Weekly finally touched the 9-period moving average of 1.176, I think it is, trading right now at 1.178. Finally, there are some signs saying, hey, this is where you can expect at least an attempt for the euro to try to form some kind of support for a bounce. Next thing, of course, we want to go to crude oil. Oh, there's a lot going on today. Crude oil is down 39 cents. Peak G/C. It's just like the dollar. I think maybe there could be one little pop to the upside, but that doji candle from yesterday and the doji candle from 4 days ago, that's saying it's 3 doji candles out of 6-7 sessions suggest that crude oil is getting a little tired, should have a little bit of a pullback here. So I'd say that 72.80 is probably strong, in the 80s is strong resistance, and you could maybe see some kind of a pullback coming in crude oil. Now we want to look at the TLT. I could spend a whole session on the TLT. It's bouncing today, up 0.76 at 116.79. Look at the TBT. The inverse has gone to a leg E, probably a peak E today. Everything is saying that over the coming few days, you should see some digestive phase in the dollar, the euro, the yen, crude oil, and yields. Wow. That'll be the first time in a while that we're actually getting a digestive phase. We'll watch this closely, although I did expect 39.87 leg D and the TBT could start with just one brief bounce and then start the correction next week. All right, let's go backwards. Basil, can you explain a bit more the relation between dollar and yields to support the move up? Please. Don't understand that TNX. Yeah, so the relationships are there only when they are there. I'm not saying, oh, dollar's going up, therefore yields are going up. I'm not saying yields are going up, therefore the dollar. I'm saying at this particular time, I can show you instances where they diverged. at this particular time, they are working together, and they're just giving me clues that if they're working together, then they might correct it together. That's all. There are other people who are much more knowledgeable about this in terms of rates and currencies and all that. They put the package together on a fundamental economic level. I'm not. I'm just doing it on a purely chart basis. I'm saying technical strength in the TBT weekly chart, monthly chart is improved. Same thing with the dollar, same thing with the yen. And therefore, there's a chance that over a period of, say, 3 to 5 or 7 sessions, we could get some digestive phase. That might mean that the market could be pulling back as well a little bit. And I'll talk about that in a moment. A couple of questions in the den, a couple of stocks that were recommended to look at. I'll do that. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour. Dow's up 9, S&P's down 5. We'll be right back. Bit of a divergence, mixed message right now.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the TAS Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. We've got TWMJF question in the den. This is Canopy Growth Corporation. I guess it's in the marijuana growing area. It's made a peak D in the monthly chart. It was once upon a time in the zeros, just pennies. Then it flies along and it goes to a high of 35.88, and that was in January of this year. Plummets down to the teens. It goes to 1673 in February in 1 month. I mean, that is a huge hit. And then it goes to leg B, gray leg B in the monthly chart. That's a blue leg D, in other words, a full buy mode, way under the previous high in the weekly chart. That's today at 27.11, a leg D in the daily, a leg D in the weekly chart. It's still looking very strong. I think it has a little more to the upside. And I'm thinking that this is an area that's going to find some legs over the next couple of weeks. Even if there's a pullback, it seems to me that they are back in play. I'm looking at a couple, well, one in particular for subscribers. We had it, and I just got a little impatient. I don't know what it is I had. The plan was there. I didn't stick to the plan. We've had some beautiful plans that have worked out really well lately. This one, it was my impatience. We're in at 144s, got out at 140, and then it takes off. It's trading right now at 153.70. So I didn't get back in. Apologies. It's just very silly. Sometimes it's hard to stick to a plan, and I try my best, but that was a tough one. So this has got a U-shaped pattern. I like it. If you're in it, I would just say hold it. Try to keep, if you're in much lower down, keep it as a core position. I'd have a trading position, and the trading position says at 27.10. I don't know about the volume. Yeah, it has good volume. I don't know if even I want to take profits in this. I'd just say keep the core. But if you want, you can have a little bit, take off a little bit somewhere around here, or maybe on Monday if it moves higher. And that's what you want to put back and have a trading position where if it can fill the gap between 24.46 and 23.22, somewhere in the middle there. Maybe you put that back with a little bit of a wider stop because you're putting it back after a good gain, and then you trade it again. If it breaks out and goes to a higher high, certain point, if it gets another D in the daily, you want to get out. Treat it as a trading position. I try to keep the core. I think this has got a very nice weekly and monthly pattern at this particular point. Only if it breaks from 24 right now, closes under 20.30, let's call it 20. Closes under that, I'll say, you know what? Could stall for quite a while, but at this point, it's looking good. So, just got a message saying, we just launched a Tiger Dollar sale that will run through Memorial Day, May the 28th. We've doubled the normal bonuses so customers can receive a 20, 30, or even 40% bonus on whatever they spend, depending on their purchase. Here is the link. There's a link. Just go to the front page of TFNN. Tiger Dollars are a great way for current subscribers to add savings, and subscribers with Tiger Dollars are less likely to be forced to make other decisions. I mean, it's just an easy thing to do. So, and from my opening call, I think we've had a pretty good year so far. So keep it in mind. This is a great time to do it, and when you get double-digit gains in stocks, not anything else, futures, options, anything like that. It's hard work to get that, and we've had some real nice gains. So let's just go on. A question I had about so that was the TWMJF. Next question was the XLU. So this is the utilities. This is the S&P Spider Select Spider Fund. Made a major peak F top back in 2017, back in the 57s, plummets down to the 47s, trading right down 48.85. I'm a little afraid of this pattern. Let me explain why. You see this channel? Just perfect, exact higher lows and almost exact higher highs. I don't know how markets know that. I have a feeling, I've already discussed it many times. It has to do with emotion. It has to do with where things are. It has to have, it measures the exact amount of bullish and bearishness. And therefore you can get these moves that are almost exactly to the upside, bump into resistance, come back, and then it gets a little bullish because it just held exactly. That's the only way I can explain it. But this has the potential for a pattern that you don't see very often. So Chapman wave, 1-to-1 parallel extension. And this would say, that from the high that was made with a rising channel, what you have, I'm just trying to draw it in here. What you have is something, doesn't happen very often, It's like a propeller shaft with a rectangle, a rising rectangle formation. So instead of the oval, that would be the midpoint for the blade up and blade down, this has a move that says two things. One is there's an arch formation, and if that arch formation decisively takes out two things, in this case it's the weekly 200 period moving average of 48.05, it's trading at 48.84 right now, down 14 cents. If it takes that out, the very next support that has to hold is 47.37, the low of the week of the 9th of February. Remember when the market made its low, utilities made its low? So this bounce, getting all the way in a very quick A to B to C to D, every other week almost it alternates, and now breaking down says there could be a move to not a one-to-one, it's a one-to-one only in the angle and the speed with which you go down matches. But believe me, if it breaks 47 support, if it breaks 47 support, the monthly goes to a leg B to the downside, H formation failure if it's an all-month thing, but this could turn out to be very serious. So the support in the 48.20 to 47.50 area is absolutely critical in the XLU. Okay. Next thing I had a question was Boeing. Always Boeing. Boeing is up 6. All right, what can I say? My contention has been that Boeing is kind of stuck. It's not going to make a new all-time high. But at 81% in the MACD, the MACD very strong, stochastic at 81%, I have no choice but to say this is a new buy mode. I still think it's going to fail below the all-time high. Thank goodness we're not trading this. I'm just watching it. We've had no position. We did have a short position, which worked very well for about a day or two, and then we got taken out, I think, for break even or very small gain after being up quite big. So, yep, I wouldn't argue with Boeing. It is a monster in many ways, but I think it's going to fail, and I wouldn't be surprised if it fails. At 355 is the high that was made on the 12th of March, somewhere between 353 and 355. I think it'll turn around. That's my thinking. It doesn't mean to say it's going to happen. All right. Oh, there it is. See the Chapman wave parallel one-to-one extension. That was 371.60 to 335. That was back on the 28th of February with the all-time high. Then it bounced, just as it's doing now in the monthly chart, in the weekly chart, and then it had the one-to-one to the downside. So okay, and that's like the utilities. I just wanted to show that was the pattern, the one-to-one extension. Dow's down 5. S&P's down 6.5. I'll be right back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour. Got a bunch more questions coming up. I haven't looked at that for a long time. I'll be right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Yes, I'm being scolded about Boeing. I said it's range-bound. I still think it's range-bound. We'll see. That's my thinking right now. A couple of questions just came in. DDD, which is 3D Systems. I said that it's holding very well. DDD is trading at, where did I put that? Wrong place. Right there. DD is trading at 12.56, down a little bit, down 0.06. Made a peak D in the daily. But that peak C that was made on the, I think the 13th of March at 13.70, it looks like it wants to try to go above it. That'll be leg C in the monthly. So far, it's holding very well. I think the 1220s to 1180s will be very good support. I prefer that it didn't go down there. I would prefer that it just hit 12, touch the 1220s, and then popped right up. In fact, I prefer if it didn't even do that. I do like it, 3D Systems, 3D printing. I think it's just starting to wake up now. We'll watch this one closely. And the other question I had was glue. I think somebody wanted to bond to this stock because it is trading at 579, up 8 cents, up 1.40%. And the daily is in A, B, C, D, E, leg E. It's just an incredible stock. In all this time, since the low that was made back on the 4th of April at 358, it's had three or four red candles. One of them was very small. One was a long-legged doji, but not that big. And this is amazing. And it's in leg C in the weekly chart and a leg D, A, B, C, leg D in the monthly above. I don't know what they do. Glue Mobile Inc. Wow, whatever they do, they are just winners, and this is beautiful. So the question was, where would see an entry point anywhere? I would have to say this is the particular chart that just worms its way higher. It just never, and when finally you think this is it, it's gonna pull back. What it does is it makes an even higher high, and then you look back a couple of months and you say, I could have bought it just anywhere, even today at the high. But you never know. So you're always very nervous when you do that. The best thing to do right now is to maybe nibble right here at 579, saying, I'm buying at the high. I'm anticipating it's going to pull back. But I'm only nibbling to get a feel for it so I can see how it acts intraday. Technicals are really strong. My entry price, though, is between $5.28 and $5.08. That's where I really would like to analyze it and say, I think that's where I would like to be buying it. I hope that helps you. Next question I had was, I wonder if I've got this. I used to have it. I wonder if I have it still. This is the Wellington. Oh, come on. Maybe I wrote it down. Yes, I did. W5000. So here's the W5000. So the question was dollar WLSH. That's the Wilshire 500. I've got it here as a different. No, I've only got the 5,000. Oh, I used to have this notated back and forth. Yeah, there's the H pattern in the weekly chart. They're all doing the same thing. So let me just say that until something, let's use the Dow as an example. Until the Dow can break 25,800, I'm just getting 25,800. Yes, 25,800. Why? Because you want to go above the arch high. Yes, yes, yes. So until the Dow can break 25,008, close above 25,800 on a weekly basis, chop, chop, big trading range, and going from the lower, the 23,000, mid 23,000s to the, I hope it's going to be the 25,000 area. We'll see. Next question was, did that. Yeah, so deer, overnight, I thought I saw it down a little bit. Now it's up huge. It's up 9. It's in leg B in the daily. It had this channel to the downside. Oh, I love these channels, but you got to see them. Look, down channel, down channel. It's actually not quite a falling axe formation. It's more like a channel. And if deer next Wednesday, in other words, about 3.5 days time, if deer is trading above 155, but has hit 160. 157 to 161 has hit that area and is still holding very well. Deer could be a very, very important stock because together with Caterpillar, although they're in slightly different areas, they kind of trade together. It could help Caterpillar, and Caterpillar needs to go from the 155 area to the 157 or higher. So that's that. Question about UTX. Yep, UTX, which we do own. Subscribers are real long. From the 119s is now at 125.08. I like this, but I need to see it close above 126.64 to say it is a buy mode that should go to a leg D. At this point, it's still in a very positive. The MACDs are very strong with the histogram very powerful, and the stochastics are 91%. That is good action. Next question. We got JP Morgan. Down $1. Yeah, you see, Goldman Sachs. I'm looking at these really big money center banks. I don't see anything yet. And yet, if you look at the regionals, let's go to an example, say KRE, which is the S&P regional. Look, pulling back from a peak B. I'm calling it a B. I could have an alternate account, but I don't know why I should. This is very good action for the financials, at least the regional banks. I like it. We are long this, but I like it. It's trading at 64.13, down a little bit. Hey, this is much better. Look at this chart on the left. Let me open this a little bit. Let me squeeze it. Here we go. Okay. Look at the chart on the left. That's the daily. Look at the weekly. KRE, Spider, S&P Regional Bank. Look at the one on the right where it's just about to break out above the high of 65.33. Aha! Look at this. Keep looking. Left side, middle, right side. Here we go. Left side is struggling. The right side, middle is struggling. Right side still very good. I like the one that I looked at before. This is the XLF, the Spider, S&P Select Spider Financial ETF. I think the other one's a much better chart formation. Next question is, yes. So let me do a couple of things here. Before we go to the next break, I want you to just momentarily talk about the VIX index. The VIX index is trading at 13.47. It's up 4 cents. It is in the lower range. It is below the 200-period exponential moving average and 9-period moving average in the daily. Way below the 9-period and below the 200-period in the weekly. Way below the 9 and the 10 in the monthly. And that's just saying to me that there's just enough strength left. I think that later next week, there's a chance that we see the volatility index have at least a spike to the upside. I don't know if it turns the corner and starts moving higher, but I do think that it is in the category of being time-wise a little oversold. Remember, time is different to price. Price is, yes, it is somewhat oversold. Time says that every time it's gone many bars to the downside without a big spike, it's getting ready for that big spike. And that's all I'm saying. So the histogram's improved in the MACD, and the stochastic's at 18%. Not great, but it's improving a little bit. I think there's a little bit of a play in the VIX index next week. I'll be right back for the final segment because there's some things we want to discuss that I think will be very important for next week's trading. Be right back. Dow's down at 14, S&P's down 5. Basil Chapman, thank you. Mr. Chapman.
One of the keys to success in anything is the ability to make new distinctions. So what new distinctions are you making to achieve even more success in your life? When it comes to trading and investing, I wanted to become the best of the best, which is why I went on to make new distinctions. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest have been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as the #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 in gold. On Wednesday, May 23rd at 5 p.m., I'm going to share with subscribers one of my newest distinctions, which is how to follow the money and do so with multiple currencies. You see, money has to flow somewhere, and with the world getting smaller and smaller each day, you and I can identify exactly where most of the money in the world is flowing. Sign up for Mastering Probability by coming to the homepage of TFNN.com to begin your 30-day money-back guaranteed trial membership and learn the exact tools that I use to time the markets. And if you can't attend live, don't worry, because the workshop will be archived on your members page for the next 30 days. Sign up today.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. This is Steve Rhodes. Stay tuned for another great hour of the Trader's Edge, heard here at TFNN.com.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're doing a lightning round. Just at least 12 questions just came in. NVIDIA, because I was asked to look at the SMHs. So NVIDIA is the boss. Really, that's the biggie. It's trading up $1.69, $249.40 after kind of disappointing earnings. I think there's maybe one little bounce to the upside left, and then I think it's going to take a bit of a breather. That's impacting the SMHs because Applied Material, so SMHs are down only 91 cents at 104.92. But look at this, Applied Material is down almost 4.5 points at 49.47. Not good actions. This is one of the biggies, and I mentioned this before. My friend who's in the business said that the Applied Material, Lam Research, Taiwan Semiconductor, these guys have just been buying and buying factories and fab plants and all sorts of things. He said he's not sure that it's sustainable, but their orders are still, they were up until the end of the year, still good. I don't know what they are right now, but okay, Applied Materials is impacting. So I think the semiconductors are going to tell me a lot more, and as I've been saying to subscribers, over the coming weeks. I think it's been leading up and down. This is going to be the key indicator to watch. Next question I had was Vodafone, trading at the lows. Just be careful. A stock like this, trying to form a base, VOD trading at 26.45. Stay away at least for a few days. Let's see if it can hold. Deutsche Bank, a lot of talk about Deutsche Bank at the lows, 12.73. I've been saying for a year or more, just stay away from anything with trouble like this. Deutsche Bank, you don't need it. EM coming up. EM is at 46, down 46. I think it's making an arch formation. I don't like the chart, and this is another reason why it could be an impactful situation, because it is the emerging markets. You don't really want to see them break down here. I'd rather have them steady, and they're not steady. Next question was, would I look at BA? Oh, I meant to look at for George. So BA is Alibaba, holding nicely, made a peak F top. I think it's going to consolidate at 195. It might have to hit 192 next week. And VRX, because that's what George from New York discussed ages ago, it recycled higher. ABC, this is a brand new leg. D in the daily at 22.30. Congratulations, George. What a great fundamental analysis you did here back in the teens. It's trading at 22.13. Valiant Pharmaceuticals. Hey, check out the front page of TFNN. You can get very big discounts on your...
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.